All right. Thank you, Pastor. I'm a little nervous, man. The pastor's getting heckled. I got to follow the Beatles and REO Speedwagon. This whole thing is confusing for my agent. Called me. He said, yeah, you're doing a volunteer dinner in Tennessee. I'm like, sweet. I love college football. Take your time. I'm from Syracuse, the real orange, though, I'm just going to say. We're not better than you. I just had to say that. But I'm glad tonight I'm with the real vols, right? The volunteers. This is the real volunteers, right? Give yourselves a round of applause. I love that there's actually people volunteering tonight. That's like next level. I mean, that's awesome. Isn't that cool, man? So I'm so excited. But I got the call, and I was like, okay, so Tennessee, you know, and Brentwood. I'd never been to Brentwood, so I Googled it. I Googled people that live in Brentwood. Don't do that. You guys are weird, man. I don't know. Do you know? Well, apparently it's in 2 counties, whatever that means. Big city or something. I don't know. Davidson, Williamson County. Yeah. Okay, I know it's not thrilling, but I'm just trying to tell you what I learned. The average person here will walk 928 miles in a year. Slow down, Tiger. I don't even know what that means. But they also drink 22.4 gallons of alcohol. I know. So apparently you guys get like 42 miles to the gallon, man. That is awesome. You're not alcoholics, you're hybrids. Like a plastered Prius. Am I allowed to say alcohol? I didn't ask. You know, that's good. Because now half of you are laughing, the rest are looking up here like, when did Michael Keaton hurt his leg? She's like, that's who it is. Yeah. Beetlejuice. I'm not Batman, but I did walk funny. Look, we'll get this out of the way right in the front. My left side is paralyzed. I had an injury. I can't use my left side. But it's cool, man. Some people would tell me that I should look on the bright side. Whatever. I say look on the right side. You know what I'm saying? I'll say look, you say on the right side. Ready? Look. On the right side. That's right. See, and you guys can do it too. For me, I still can't use my left arm. But friends, I lived in a wheelchair for a long time, and I'm not in a wheelchair anymore. That's pretty. Thank you. That's awesome. Cool. I'm glad you guys are clapping. Because I can't. Really? Do you want that? I could do that all night, man. Think about it. If I want to be the Karate Kid, I only got to wax on. I caught a fish last week. It was this big. As you can see, there's advantages. You just got to look on the right side. Let's say it again. Look. You guys are awesome. I was in Miami. It was 94 degrees, so I go to the hotel. I just wanted to go swimming, right? And, what? Shut up. I can swim. Only in circles, but you got to look on the right side. Then, Pastor, they take me dancing. I hate dancing with you guys. Every time you start doing that YMCA dance. God, I hate that dance. Yeah, you're laughing. You're doing the YMCA. What do I got, man? LOL. Trying to be positive. I'm actually glad that you guys like this stuff. You're laughing. That's cool, because I'll be honest. Sometimes I feel left out. But I'm all right. Write them down. You'll get them in a little bit, you know. 'Cause I do everything right. Well, not. I mean, honestly, I'm about 98% of the time I'm right. But who cares about the other half, right? Some of these apparently just for me. You got to look on the right side. And friends, you guys know, I'm preaching to the choir here. You know this. You're volunteering at a great place that loves people and learns and is loved by a God that loves you. It's awesome. So you guys get this. I mean, you can always look on the right side, especially when you're giving. I mean, that's when you really get. I think it's selfish to be generous because you get so much back. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And that's really looking on the right side. You guys do this, but you can do it in all areas of your life. I mean, I drive all over this great country. I can't use my left arm, but I can park anywhere I want. Except apparently in Brentwood. Does anybody in this town not have a blue sticker? Seriously, man. This is old people. I'm not saying you guys are old, but this is definitely a candles cost more than the cake town, isn't it? You know? I'm pretty sure I saw a guy in that reception area reading a signed copy of the Bible. I know that's a stretch. No, I don't mean to make fun of you guys or anything. I'm just saying, everybody knows that nobody in Brentwood is buying any green bananas. Half the time, I'm just going to sit here and wait. Never mind. Green bananas, they take a long time. Wouldn't be. Never mind. You got to be positive. You got to look on the right side. And here's the thing. It works for you guys, too. It works for everybody. We all have negative stuff in our life, friends, but there's always a positive, especially when you're connected to a God that loves you. And you have a place to celebrate that like this, right? We can always look on. I'll give you some examples. Well, I told you I get the big parking, giant bathrooms, right? Have you seen? Our bathrooms are huge. Come on, I know you guys know this. I went into the bathroom right over here. I went in that handicap stall. 2 guys were in there playing racquetball. Yeah, you're laughing. That's funny to you, man. But as you know, I think, after you go to the bathroom, you wash your... Okay, 3 of you. That's cool. You know, whatever. In my case, right? So I get outside the racquetball court, and I have to use your faucets, and they're all environmentally friendly, which is cool. We got to be and keep in mind the environment. They spring back so you don't leave the water running. This is great, right? Whatever, two-hander. Here's me for the next 7 minutes. I'm like... All right, shut up. It's funny now. I already had the soap on my hand. Right? I know. Now I'm like, where else in a bathroom can I find water? Oh, no? Oh, yes. So now I've washed my hand, right? It's dirtier than before I got in there, and it's blue. You think I'm kidding, man. And I just want to leave. It's just your bathroom right over there. And I try to leave, and the paper towel holder is mocking me with a picture. It shows you how to take out the paper towel holder. How does it show you? With what? 2 hands. And it's like big, you know, and it says it's really important to dry your hands. It's got a picture of a guy that's doing something I can't do. If I could pull down with 2 hands, am I going to put my only good one? And I got to change the subject. So this is Nashville, so... Is there a Six Flags or something around here? Maybe Dollywood or something? Dollywood's close, right? Did I get a boo for Dollywood? No. I don't know what's going on. 42 miles to the gallon, I'm just saying. I love theme parks, I'm just saying. I'm not young anymore, but I don't think you ever get too old to go to these places. They're always clean, they're just celebrating, the kids are happy. You guys, clap if you know what I'm talking about. Are you guys with me on this? Yeah. It's awesome. And do you know what I get when I go there? Well, I don't get the wheelchair, but... You get to go on the rides. Yeah, front of the line. He's like, front of the line. Apparently I cut in front of somebody's family last year, right? Yeah. We get the handicap pass. It's like the golden ticket, you know. You're waiting 3 hours for a 45-second roller coaster, and I just limp in the exit. All right. I limp a little extra at Great Adventure. Oh, actually, Six Flags is the national one. They won't call it. I asked them for it. I said, can I get the handicap pass? Sir, we don't. I was like, what? We don't say that. You know, sorry. You know, it's just political correct stuff, right? They have it. They don't call it the handicap pass. To them, it's the medical pass. Thank you, the medical pass. I used to be an invalid. Now I'm a doctor. Half of you are laughing, the rest are still ticked off that I cut in front of you last year. Don't worry, friend, there's one thing I didn't tell you. I can take 4 people with me. Yeah, who's my friend now? That's all, yeah. All you got to do, check out my ad right now on Craigslist. You think I'm kidding. $395 per day, I'll go with your family to Great Adventure, man. That's called looking on the right side. I think we're starting to get it. And you just got to be positive. Like, Do you guys know what happens when somebody's blind? Do you know what happens to their hearing? It does. That's the way God created us. I'm not a joke. I mean, that's serious. Like if someone's deaf, they can see better than you and me. I think that's awesome. It's the way God created us. The same for me. You may not know this, but friends, when you're paralyzed on your left side, we can read minds. Like I can tell you guys don't believe me. I could prove it to you. Clap if you want me to prove it to you. I could prove it to you right now. I thought so. What I did is I made some predictions. You've seen it all night. They've been in here. I can't change it. I made some predictions. I'm going to read some minds. You can just stay right where you are. It doesn't hurt. You can say, just ask you. Okay, right. You're right in front, sweetheart. I got to ask you. Okay, sorry. Can I read your mind? Yeah. You're the only one in here that wouldn't know when I'm pointing. Can I read your mind? You can stay right there. It's real easy. First of all, just so everybody knows, did we set this up beforehand?
No.
Have we ever met?
No.
Awesome. I'm just going to read your mind. It's pretty cool. First of all, what's your name?
Christina.
That's correct. Look at Christina. She's like, holy cow. That guy can read. But Christina, there's people in here that don't believe it. They're skeptical. They don't believe that I can, plaid shirt guy, you're not buying it, right? No, you're not wearing plaid. That's why I said plaid, so you don't have this problem. Here's what I want you to do, friend. Think of a number between 1 and 1,000. Do you know your numbers? I should have asked that first. Okay, don't say it out loud. But I made a prediction. I put it in this envelope. It's been here all night. So I can't change it. This is going to blow you guys away. So you got your number in your head? All right, all I need you to do, friend, is be totally honest. Don't try to be funny or help out or whatever. So the number that you're thinking of, be totally honest right now. Yes or no, 642, yes or no? No? Oh, man. Because I made my prediction. I put it in here 2 hours ago. Come on, I was right on, man. So now I've got most people, oh my gosh, he can read minds, but there's still a few that aren't buying it. I mean, you're skeptical. I get it, man, but all right, we'll do one more. Black shirt or dress, I can't tell. Gold necklace, I can see the sparkling necklace right here. No, why does everybody turn around? I point to everyone like, sweetheart, I'm going to read your mind. I want you to think of somebody famous, really famous, like someone everyone would know, your favorite actor or somebody like that, okay? You got someone in your mind right now? This is going to blow you guys away. I have a picture of the person she's going to say in the same envelope. This guy's not buying it. That's a nice shirt, man. Where do you keep the batteries for that? I'm just serious, man. It's cool. This guy's laughing louder than anybody. Look at that thing, man. I feel like I should take a shower. All right, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Thank you for being patient. Do you have your famous person in your head?
Yes.
All right, right now, for the first time, nice and loud, my prediction's right here. Who's your famous person?
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion. Friends, we've never met before this whole night, Pastor. There's been a picture right in here of Celine Dion when she was 3 months old. Now, you see what I'm saying? Now almost everybody here is buying it, but there's 10% aren't buying it. You know what they're thinking right now, Pat? I can tell you this is what they're thinking because it happens all the time. They're saying, yeah, whatever. What if she said Denzel? Right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Looks like Denzel had some fig Newtons that day or something. I don't know what's going on there. Jackie Chan got it covered, man. Don't worry about that. Oh, that is stupid. So you got to be positive, friends. You got to look on the right side. And that's what I try to do my whole life. Let's say it again. Look. On the right side. You guys can do it too. We've all got negative in our life. I was talking about the old people. People think that we're rich comedians. I went to Kentucky Fried Chicken. I look at other people's fingers. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm not kidding. I did a movie. You're in a movie with Jeff Fox where I was a featured extra. Do you know what that's like getting an F+. I mean, it's not. So we take extra jobs. I'm a tour guide. I'm not making this up. I'm a tour guide with senior citizen travel tours. Some of you look familiar. I'm just. So, actually, I'm sorry, political correctness. I can't say senior citizens. They told me, honestly, don't say senior citizens. They hate that, which is, no, they don't, but whatever. Seasoned travelers. I know, it sounds like an appetizer at Outback, right? So I call them bloomin' bunions. I mean, that just makes... They're awesome, man. I love these people. I learn from them. They learn from me. I can tell the same jokes every 15 minutes because they don't remember. This guy got on a bus. He was so wrong. He was paralyzed like me, but on the right side. I know it's like looking in a mirror, right? And then he sits next to me at dinner. I'm like, well, Daryl, I guess there won't be any elbow bumping at this table, right? Oh my gosh, lighten up, people. After dinner, I took him to Target. We bought some gloves. You guys think I'm making this up? I do seasoned traveler tours. I took a group to the Canary Islands. It's gonna be awesome. They're gonna love me, right? I thought. Second day, they're all mad at me. Really? There's no canaries. So I took them to the Virgin Islands. Guess what? There's no canaries there either, man. I can't win. It's horrible. But you got to look on the right side, friends. I told you I lived in a wheelchair for a long time. I tried wheelchair basketball. I'm just going to be positive. I'm going to try. And those guys are serious. Have you guys ever seen it? There's a movie called Murder Ball because they're so serious about it and they love it. And they hated me. Granted, I was horrible. Just kept going in circles. These are jokes, people. It's cool. They're yelling out like, come on, one-hander, pick it up. They're like, you can't even tie your shoes. Right? Like it's not written down anywhere, but you can't make fun of the handicap guy. But you got to stick with it, friends. That's the message here. Stick with it, because eventually I started beating every one of those guys. Once I learned to walk again. Defense. And because of those guys, I learned how to do this. Check this out. And that right there, that's the only thing about me you're going to remember. Hey, Pastor, who is your comedian? I don't know, but he tied his shoe with one hand. What was his name? But he tied his shoe with one hand. And I love that wherever I go, I hear this. He's tying his shoe. Where did you guys learn how to whisper? In a helicopter? And I love that only me and kindergartners get applause when we do that. That's just kind of fun for me. So you got to be positive. I'm a single guy. That's not easy, being single. Ladies, I love you. You are God's most beautiful creation. There's no doubt in my mind, the woman, God's most beautiful creation. You guys with me on that? Yeah. But you tick me off. He's clapping for that. Well, come on. Ladies, you all say the same thing. Every one of you says the same thing. I can't find Mr. Right. Really? How hard is that? Some of you are still like, why is he wearing a Friday shirt? Well, it is Friday. And you probably won't believe me. You can Google it, but I only own 7 shirts. You can imagine what the other 6 say. Well, maybe not this crowd, but I don't have an apartment. I donated everything that I own, and I travel the world. I have 7 shirts, everything I own is in one bag. It's awesome. And it's so fun. People walking by, like, oh, you wore the right shirt today, or you got one for tomorrow. Does your underwear say that too? No. It says July, August, September. So you got to be positive. So, and I am single. I told you I'm single. But you know what? Being a comic, it's great because this is kind of like therapy for us. I can get up here and talk about anything that's going on in my life. Single guy, but I ended a 6-year relationship 4 nights ago. Oh, no, it wasn't my relationship. I'm just saying. Select crowd likes that one, I know. I tried internet dating. Oh my gosh. It's like going to Wendy's thinking your food's gonna look like the picture on the menu, right? I should have known that was an old picture by the Camaro in the background, right? And her phone number was 8675. You guys know what I'm talking about. Then she told me she had an hourglass figure. An hourglass figure. I don't even know what that means. Until she got there. She did. She had an hourglass figure. It was just a lot later than she thought it was. This side is laughing. These guys are looking up here still trying to figure out how I rolled up this sleeve. You got to be positive, friend. Laughter is such a powerful thing, man. And I met this girl online, right? I get to her house because you email and the profiles, oh my gosh, you know how hard it is to fill out a profile online using only the letters on the right side of the keyboard? My name was Ick. I got to her house, knock on her door. She's like, hi, are you Derrick? Like, yeah. Can you walk my dog? Thank you. That's weird, right? Ladies, when you just met a guy, that can't be the second question, right? The second question is like, where are you from, right? You know, how long have you lived here, right? How did you find lastresort.com? Something. I just noticed, I love this. There's 2 cameras in here, which is awesome. By the way, David, doing a video, the audio and lighting back there. Can we make some round of applause? Volunteer, people for volunteer. And there's 2 cameras. One's right in the middle, and the other one is on that side. Everybody says they have a good side when it comes to photography. Never mind. So you got to be positive. You got to look on the right side. So she wants me to walk her dog. I'm, all right, whatever. I'll walk your dog, weirdo. Then it was a Chihuahua. Right? I mean, yeah, a dude can't walk a Chihuahua. Right? Yeah, I mean, but I did because I said I would. It was me and Taco Bell. As luck would have it, I run into my buddy. He's walking his German Shepherd. He's like, nice dog, Derrick. I'm like, shut up. It's not mine. There's nothing I can do. I go, you want to grab an ice cream? There's a shop right here. He goes, yeah, man. I said, all right, I'll be right back. I get rid of the dog. Now, friends, stay with me. These are the people that I hang out with. He's like, no, man, I do this all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? So he's got a German Shepherd on a leash, right? He just throws on a pair of sunglasses. You think I'm kidding. He walks into this ice cream shop with a German Shepherd and sunglasses. They think he's blind. He orders an ice cream cone. They give it to him for free. Did you guys know this? Blind people, free ice cream in Atlanta, man. I had no idea. I'm outside with Taco Bell. I'm like, no way. Look at plaid shirt. He's like, good thing you went to a 3D movie that day. So, can I get a chocolate shake? Sir, we don't serve people with animals. It's like, dude, it's my seeing eye dog. A Chihuahua is a seeing eye dog. I said, what? They gave me a Chihuahua? Oh, you guys are awesome, man. I'm so glad to be celebrating with you. I'm trying to do this technology thing that I'm not very good at, but I found this thing that's supposed to connect my phone to the screens. We're going to try this. I want to talk a little bit tonight about what you guys are doing, volunteering. I love that I'm doing volunteering to volunteer state. There's jokes there, but I'm not even. I tried that in the beginning. It didn't work, so we're just going to talk about volunteering. But I appreciate what you guys do. I mean, a church obviously doesn't function without the volunteers. And it's your free time that you can do anything you want with. So thank you for doing that. And, I think about heroes. I get a chance to talk about heroes a lot. I do work all over the world doing motivational stuff and talking about heroes, and I often talk about volunteers. So I wanted to share a little bit about what, to me, a hero is and how that relates to a volunteer. So I'm just going to tell you about a couple of my heroes. Again, I'm going to try to do this. Check it out. All right, so my first hero is up here, I think. Oh, sorry, that's me. There it is. I tried to be fancy. Value everyone. Can you read that? This is my hero, Dorcas. You can laugh at that. It's awesome. This goes like... Dorcas is in the Bible. This is what I love, man. The Bible is so cool for so many reasons. But when you get into it and you read stuff that I've been reading the Bible my whole life, and I read this story not too long ago. I'm like, Dorcas? And I'm like, I got to figure this out, man. Her name's Dorcas. It's in the Bible. And this is what it says. It's in Acts. You can look it up. It's a very short story. It says there was a woman in Lydda, that's the town where she was, who the Bible calls her a disciple in Lydda, whose name was Tabitha. And then in parentheses it says, which in Greek is Dorcas. I think that's awesome. Because the pastor helped me out. I don't think there's anywhere else in the Bible where it says, which in Greek is blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say that. One place, and it says Dorcas. I just think that's God's wisdom to give you and me a laugh once in a while. There's nowhere else in the Bible. I don't know what the theological reason is for it, but it says Tabitha, which in Greek is... Isn't that awesome? So already I'm intrigued, right? I'm going to see it. But she's in the Bible. There's a limited amount of people that God and his wisdom allowed to be in the Bible and talked about. So Dorcas is one of them. I'm going to figure out the story. So it says there was a woman named Dorcas who loved to serve and help the poor. Okay, cool. That's cool. I'm going to read the rest of the story. The next verse, it says, about that time she got sick and died. This is scripture, friends. I'm not making this up. That's 3 verses right there. Woman in Lydda, Tabitha, which in Greek is Dorcas, who loved to serve and help the poor. About that time, she got sick and died. There you go. That's your story about Dorcas. I'm like, why in your wisdom, God, is this in the Bible? And then I keep reading it. And so in Lydda, the town where she lived, what happened was Peter was close to there, and you read the story. It's so cool. There's so many cool stories in the Bible that we miss. And the people that she helped, the poor people, she made clothes and she got food and did everything for poor people. That's all we know about her. But that's a big deal to God, friends. Do you see that in his wisdom? She's in the Bible. Her name is mentioned twice, Greek and normal. And it says the people ran to find Peter, who was in that area, and they got on. They said, you have to come, which I don't really understand because she died. But they wanted Peter to be there, so they ran and they got Peter. They bring him back, and they say, Peter, look. And this is so cool to me. You can visualize this. Dorcas was someone like yourself. She was a volunteer. She helped people. And they brought Peter into this place, and they're like, look, she made me this. The Bible says this. She made me this cloak. Look at this. She made this. And they were all crying. She's gone, and she helped me when I needed money. They're telling her why she helped. So long story short, Peter goes into a room with Dorcas and raises her from the dead. What? Who does that happen for? Lazarus? I don't know, Jesus? And Dorcas. A lot of us probably never even knew that. But that's huge, man. And all we know about her, was she the biggest preacher in the Bible? No. Was she tall, strong, smart? And we don't know anything about her except that she did one thing. She valued everybody. It didn't matter how much money they made. It didn't matter their status or who they were. She valued everybody, and she served. And to me, that makes her my hero. I love that story. And think about that. And now you can tell, be a Dorcas, man. Yeah, it's a good thing. So Dorcas is my hero. I want you to think about Dorcas, who learns to value what? She values everyone. It doesn't matter, no matter what you're doing. I want to tell you about another hero. Oh, check it out. It's working. I didn't expect this. You can laugh at that. That's not the part. My next hero does something. I love verbs, man. Verbs are visual and everything. I love the word ooze, so I just try to work it into a church service. My next hero was Alice. She oozed generosity. That is not her on that box of Fruity Bites. But I will tell you a story about Alice. Fruity Bites, that was I was with my sister. I'm one of 4 kids. My sister she's like Mary Poppins. She's like the most amazing mother ever. I love my sister. I've got 2 sisters. I love both of them. But this one, she lives in Atlanta. Her name's Christy. 4 kids, twins, the whole 9, right? But she crafts, and she's the best mom ever. I love her. She learned from my mom, the real best mom ever, But so twice a year, I'll go to Atlanta where she lives, and I'll drive with her and her kids up to New York to visit my family because, time off of work and all that kind of thing. So it's just cool. And I'm not a martyr, like, what a great guy. No, it's fun, man. Like, we have a blast, it's like party time. And so 3 years ago, we do this, and we get the kids at 4 o'clock in the morning, put them in the car, the van, and they're in their pajamas, they're sleeping. Christy and I are tired in our pajamas, right? We drive until the kids start waking up, and then we stop, we're gonna get something to eat. So Christy has the idea to get a cereal picnic. That's what we're gonna do, have a cereal picnic. We love cereal. So the kids are like, cereal picnic, cereal picnic. I'm like, cereal picnic, cereal, we're all jacked up. And we get off this exit in Christiansburg or Ville or something, Virginia. You been there? Okay, I thought you looked familiar, man. and there's nothing at this exit except the Dollar General, and it's not one of the good ones, you know what I mean? So we go in there because we're going to have a cereal picnic, right? And the kids love Fruity Pebbles, but they don't have them. They have this, and that's an actual box of cereal that I took a picture of. Fruity Bites, come on. It sounds like something you get in the Amazon, right? I got those Fruity Bites. But we get a box of Fruity Bites, carton of milk, some paper bowls, some plastic spoons, and we're going to go outside to the picnic table and have a cereal picnic. It's going to be awesome. There's no picnic table. That's all right. We'll go to the benches. There's no benches. There's no nothing. But we don't care because we're the Tennants. We're about to have a cereal picnic. So allow me to introduce you to my awesome nephew, Charlie. Now, before you call Child Protective Services, I want you to look at the smile on that kid's face as he eats his Fruity Bites out of a paper bowl on a grocery cart. Here's my niece, Kelly. Check her out. She's rocking it. She's having a blast, right? Isn't this awesome? These are my family. Here's me and my sister. Look at my sister in the back. She's like, all right, that's enough. She's trying to block me from taking it. No more, Derrick. Don't take any more pictures. And I'm just dying. That my cereal's on a trash can. And look at how happy, except for Katie. She's had about enough. You can see her in the cart. She's like, I'm done. Here's the thing, man. I didn't know when I took this picture. You see there's a red minivan that's pulling up there? I had no idea when I took this picture. But this van pulls up and parks right in the front of this Dollar General. And this sweet woman gets out. I'm guessing 70 years old. She starts walking up to the door. And she gives us money. She goes up to my sister, oh my gosh, and she puts money in her hands, right? She wraps her hands around my sister's hand, and she goes, it's okay, I'm your friend. And my sister, who's awesome, she goes, oh, thank you. And I promise you, my sister's family has more money than this sweet woman. And she says, it's okay. And this woman says, no, it's okay. I'm your friend. My name's Alice. I'm your friend. And it's how awesome. She just wants to help this obviously homeless family. So I'm the big brother. I'm going to help out, right? So I walk to Tennant and explain to sweet Alice that, thank you, that's awesome. And I get within 5 feet, and milk is pouring out of my nose at this point, right? So we get this money, and here's the lesson to learn here, friends. Sweet Alice made a decision that day to be generous. I want you to think about the most generous person you've ever met in your life. There's no way I could know who you're talking about right now, but I would bet my life that person is happy. That's not Derrickology, friend. That's truth. When you're generous, it gives you joy. Here's what it does. It gives the person that you're being generous to joy. It gives you joy, and it gives the world joy. Alice had no idea what was going to happen when she helped this homeless family. But I guarantee it gave her joy to help us. My sister and I were laughing for 300 miles. We're in tears. It's so funny, that whole scenario, right? And the kids didn't even know. They're just like, cereal picnic, whatever. We get to Pennsylvania. We get out of the van. They're like, why are you guys laughing? And we told them the story. And they're like, really? So the 4 kids, me and my sister, we decide to take this money and give it to a guy that actually needed it. We think. Maybe he's in Poughkeepsie right now. This crazy homeless family comes up to me and starts giving me money. But the point is, friends, my hero Alice, chose to ooze generosity that day. And what happened? It made her happy. It made us happy. And I've told that story to, no exaggeration, tens of thousands of people. And everybody gets that little joy that you just felt because she made one decision. You have no idea what's going to happen when you ooze generosity, friends, but it's the way to go. Isn't that awesome? Yep. My hero, Alice. And I really hope that one day I'm speaking somewhere and she's in the audience. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. She's like, you're not homeless? I'm going to tell you about one of the biggest heroes in my life here, friends. This is Dahlia. We're going to talk about how she taught me to lift others. My hero, Dahlia. I met Dahlia in 2013. God gave me 346 days with her. 346 is the best days of my life, man. Friends, I don't understand cancer. I don't understand death. I don't understand why God allows certain things to happen. But let me tell you this, man. If God was small enough to be understood, he wouldn't be big enough to be worshiped. Our job is not to understand everything. It's to trust him. She taught me that, and she taught me so much, man. This kid, I met her, she was 4 years old. She had a way to love that I dream I will 1/10 of that someday. It was so interesting the way that this affected her. She passed when she was 5. But and she was so spunky too, like so fun to hang out with. We did a thing, almost a year I had with her, took her to Disney World, all that kind of stuff. And her mom told me one time she was driving with her mom in the car and she sees a trampoline. She's like, Mommy, can we get one of those? And her mom says, Dahlia, the doctor said you can't jump around like that. She was 4 years old. I don't care what you say. I'll call Derrick. He'll get me anything I want. That's my girl, man. I didn't get her a trampoline because that would be wrong, but I love that she did that. So she was spunky. She was awesome. But, man, she learned how to love, and she taught me how I want to love. I'll tell you a quick story. She was maybe a week and a half before she passed. I was in the hospital with her and standing in a hospital bed holding her hand. She had the most flawless little hands, man. Wow. And this is hard to believe for me, and I was there, but she wouldn't cry when she was in pain because she knew that it hurt you. Isn't that crazy for a 5-year-old? And I'm telling you, friends, I'm not making that up. The whole hospital knew this about her. At this point in her life, she was in a lot of pain, and the nurse comes in. I'm standing there at the hospital, and the nurse has to roll over to access her port, and if you just touch her, she was in pain. And she starts to roll Dahlia over, and her lips quivering, but friends, no tears. She will not cry because she knew that it made other people sad. How does a 5-year-old get that level of love? I want that, man. And check this out. So this nurse sees this, and she knows Dahlia. She knows that with her heart and everything. And Dahlia's squeezing my hand, and she's in so much pain, but no tears, man. And this nurse starts to cry. This changed my life, friends. Dahlia takes her hand, and she puts it on that nurse's arm. She says, "Are you okay? Are you kidding me?" I want that, man. I want to love the way that she loved. I want to lift others more important than me. That's what we're supposed to do. I learned that from a 5-year-old better than I've ever learned it from anybody. Man, she passed on November 18th, 2014, but her legacy started that day, man, and I vowed to talk about her until the day I die, and you now got to meet Little D. That's what I called her, Little D. Isn't she awesome? Yeah. As a matter of fact, my only tattoo, we always did the pinky promise, I'll love you forever, so it says Little D on my pinky. Isn't that cool? I'm getting another one next week right here. It says out of order. Thank you. I had to switch in transition, but that's my hero. That's my hero, Dahlia, man. She taught me in a way that no pastor or college or anything could have taught me to lift others, man. I love you, Dahlia, man. Isn't she awesome? I'm going to say it again. That's my girl, man. I can't wait to see her again. I'll tell you about another one of my heroes, man, and what she taught me. This is fun. I'm going to see if this works. I tried to do a computer trick. Isn't that cool? You guys go to this church, you're like, whatever, man, welcome to the 80s. I thought that was cool. It's like sparkling. We got to learn, friends, that you can sparkle love. You know what I mean? Every one of us can value everyone like Dorcas did, right? We can all do that. Every single one of us. We can, like Dahlia taught us, we can lift others. And we can ooze what? Like Alice taught us? Generosity. We can all do that. Value everyone. Ooze generosity. Lift others. But sparkle love, man. Love is what it's all about. Jesus said, it's in red in the Bible. And Pastor, you know this. Only Jesus and teachers can write in red, right? My favorite story in the Bible, Jesus was challenged. We don't have time to tell the whole story, but they were going to put him in prison and kill him. They asked him what the greatest law was because there was 612 laws. They each had 2 parts, blah, blah, blah. And he says, the greatest law? He goes, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind. And these guys that were trying to trap him were like, crap. Well, I don't know if they said that, but they were upset because you can't outsmart Jesus. Hello? And I love my Jesus for so many reasons, friends, but check this out. So that they were trying to ask him what the greatest one law was, and he tells them, shuts them up. And then read your Bible. This is 3 places in the New Testament he says this. And the second one, they didn't ask him for 2. They only asked him for 1. He's like, you're going to try to trick me? I'll give you 2. Isn't that awesome? I love it, man. I mean, he's so cool for so many reasons. And he says the second one is this. Love your neighbor as yourself. And then Jesus, friends, not Derrick, not Pastor Josh. Jesus says, everything else is wrapped up in these 2 things. Everything, every law, everything is wrapped up. Love God, love your neighbor. You're done, man. That's what Jesus said. I want to learn to do that. I want to be a guy that does that, to sparkle love. That's what Jesus said. Love God, love your neighbor. That's it. That's Jesus, all right? So we focus on, can I do this, or can I watch this? Can I hang out? Yeah. Love God, love your neighbor. That's it, man. Sparkle love. So I've got a hero who's taught me about this sparkling love concept. And I Googled the definition of love or sparkle, and it was not good. So I kept Googling. Well, not good for what I was looking for. So I found this quote about sparkling, or what sparkle means. Check this quote out. Can you read that? It says, it suggests, my eyes aren't that good, excuse me. Innumerable moving points of bright light. Is that not beautiful poetry right there? That's what sparkle means. And that was perfect because the hero that I'm about to introduce you to is exactly that. And she sparkles love in a way that, again, I dream that one day I can do 1/10 of this. My sister, not the one that I just told you about, she's awesome. But my other sister, Julie, she's one of these people. So there's 4 kids. Everybody knows Julie, right? You know, I mean, she's beautiful. She's funny. She's smart. She owns her own business. She lights up a room. Everybody wants to, know Julie. My name to a lot of people, Julie's brother. But it's cool, you know what I mean? I don't care because she is that cool. So Julie has taught me in a way that nobody else can to sparkle love. She's not here clearly, but allow me to introduce you to my beautiful sister, Julie.
Hi, my name is Julie Tennant.
She's got a lot of bass in her voice.
Tennant. Hi, I'm Julie Tennant. Now back to you, Carrie. I'm the kiddo around the family. I'm Julie Tennant, and I have Down syndrome, and I love my life. Down syndrome means I have an extra chromosome that nobody in my family has. My grandfather calls it a love chromosome. He said that when people make fun of me, it's because they are missing something, not me. God made me this way, and I know He loves me. I like having Down syndrome because it makes me different, and I like being unique. Down syndrome means slow to learn, and that's not bad as long as you are learning something. My dad is slow to learn at cooking, so he just orders pizza. I'd rather be slow to learn than slow to love.
I'd rather be slow to learn than slow to love. Isn't
I'm
that
Julie.
Awesome?
Wait a minute.
What's your name?
I'm Derrick's sister, Julie Tennant.
No. I'm just Julie Tennant. Well, you're Julie Tennant.
I'm Julie Tennant.
And I'm her brother, Derrick, and we
love our life.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. We're both handicapped, and I have Down syndrome. He's paralyzed, and we're both single.
Wait a minute.
I have the love chromosome, and he doesn't.
Nobody has taught me more about loving my life than Julie. Tell them in the camera about your shirt.
Oh, that's easy. The statement I like to say is I love my life, So I thought to make a shirt. It says, I love my life with stick figures with a ball. Hey,
What?
you can go to our website, thelovechromosome.com.
That's true. You can go to our website, thelovechromosome.com. That's my awesome sister, Julie. Isn't she awesome, man? You talk about spark and love, man. That love chromosome, you and I don't get it. I mean, that she was born with it, and she'll change you, man. So I'd rather be slow to learn than slow to love. She just designed a new shirt that says that on it. If you go to her website, the love chromosome, isn't that cool? And it's got a little 21 on it because that's the love chromosome is number 21. She's amazing. I'm driving from here to Atlanta to catch a flight to go see her tonight, so that's going to be awesome. We travel worldwide together. Follow her on social media, friends. I'm telling you, it'll make your day. I mean, she'll post something on Facebook. The other day, she's like, I went outside and I played with my dog, and he had a stick, and it was cool, man. Isn't that awesome? And she has another shirt that says cool, man, because she just likes to say that. Isn't that awesome? Julie has taught me so much, man. I have heroes in my life. You guys are heroes for volunteering, for doing what you're doing. Thank you for that. This place cannot function, this world cannot function without volunteers, man. And you're giving your own time, you're sacrificing, you're being generous. You're valuing everyone. It doesn't matter who they are, what they're doing, just like Dorcas did. You're oozing generosity with your time. You don't have to have money to be generous, friends. You can do it with your time, with a word, with not saying a word. There's lots of ways we can ooze generosity. Dahlia taught us all to lift others, make them more important than you. That's not easy to do, man, but it's the right way to do things, and it'll change you. And Julie sparkles love. I love that. Now, I'm creating this elite class of people that can do all these things, that can value everyone, that can ooze generosity, that can lift others, that can sparkle love. And I don't mean to put it up too high, because there's just a certain group of people that can actually do all of it. There's your cereal again, sorry. All these things. So let's review this here. What do they do again? Come on, there we go. Value everyone. Ooze generosity. Lift others. You guys are awesome, man. That's pretty good right there. I've been up here an hour, man, and nothing else was good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to wrap up with this, friends. Here's what we do. I told you, Jesus said, love God, love your neighbor. That's it. That's how simple the whole message of the Bible is. Sorry, I know every Sunday, but that's the message right there. There's lots of truth to be learned, but that's the message. Everything that you learn, if it doesn't line up with that, it's not from him. I love that. I'm a simple guy. It's simple. It's not easy. It's simple. So I try to focus on that. Julie taught me about simple. This is my awesome sister. I love this picture. This is 19, never mind. I grew up in New York. My dad would read the Bible every night or a devotion story to us. Yes, some people in New York read the Bible. I think there's 3 others, maybe 4, But this was a day, and this one time, Julie was 3 years old with her striped shirt on. Actually, I don't know if it was this day. I just love this picture. But my mom and dad are leaders in the church. I would suggest they have wisdom. But I want to tell you what wisdom is, friend, because it's a lot simpler than we think it is. We're all sitting there, and Dad read Noah's Ark this night. A lot of us know that story, right? And then he would ask questions, and he's like, who built the giant boat? Julie, 3 years old. I know, Julie. Jesus. She was 3, right? My dad reads another question. He's like, how many animals were on the giant boat? Julie, I know, Julie. Jesus. You want to know what wisdom is, friends? That night, my mom actually said to my dad, "Aw, poor Julie. She thinks Jesus is the answer to everything." You guys are awesome, man. Thanks so much for letting me be here.